The pilot of this seaplane owes his life to the crew of Hotel 900. A year ago, within days of getting his pilot's licence, John Billingham decided to go for a solo spin. Within minutes of taking off, he was in big trouble.
On takeoff from a hard runway, he'd lost his nose wheel. He couldn't be certain that he could safely land on water in case the doors leaked. He couldn't land on a hard runway because he had no nose wheels.
Position 2 miles northwest of Aylesbury, negative practice plan, emergency in progress.
We knew that he was a novice pilot, that although he'd got his pilot's licence, he was new to amphibious aircraft, and that he'd never done a water landing on his own before, so we knew that he was in some difficulty.
There's Air Force just arrived from Wattisham with their seeking.
A major rescue operation is now underway. The police chopper is the eye in the sky. The plan, to fly the crippled seaplane to Buell Water, a large reservoir on the Sussex-Kent border where an emergency landing can be made. But someone was needed to talk him down.
The Emergency Coordination Centre had contacted his instructor, who lived near Buell Water.
The police car arrived, and the policeman got out and he said, "Oh, you Mr. Sisson?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, we've got a helicopter arriving shortly. We want you to fly in the helicopter and talk him down."
With Instructor Sissons on board, the helicopter's first task was to make sure the missing nose wheel hadn't damaged the seaplane.
Just go behind you to look at the other side. This line looks okay at the moment.
It mustn't spring a leak.
John, the starboard door looks okay. We're just moving over to your left side to look at the other one. Okay.
We moved around the amphibious aircraft and looked at it. We were fairly confident that the doors were watertight. They appeared to be closed, so everything looked right.
Yeah, I've got
Well,
it.
if you go from that corner of the lake which is underneath you now, that will be fine. You've got the trees on the approach, but alternatively, come down the long arm of the lake.
As the instructor calmly talks Billingham down, the emergency services below are preparing for the worst.
At that stage, I'd done everything that I possibly could. We'd put the diver in the water, the fire brigade were in a boat on the water, the ambulance service was ready at the side, our paramedic was at the water side ready.
The fire service, divers, and the air sea rescue helicopter, the police helicopter, and the ambulance, etc. It was almost like a day at London Airport.
Okay, this one's approach to land.
Yeah, received.
Yeah, 4-8, you getting this?
Vector Brown, I got that. Fire and ambulance also advised of us.
Yeah, roger.
It was down finally to the pilot to put it down safely on the water.
So we're talking to the pilot now. We've been round once, had a W run just to have a look at it and build his confidence. Just moving round into position to do the approach to land now.
Sure, inwardly he was a little concerned, shall we say, as the very minimum. But outwardly he's doing very well. He was very calm, very controlled when we were talking to him on the air, and not giving off any signs of alarm about as perfect as a pilot would aim to be in a situation like that.
It might be a little bit sticky this morning. Do a stern landing and you might find a tendency to skip. You know, we went through that the other day, and just ease the pole a little bit forward and reduce the suction on the afterbody. That's all you have to do, as you remember.
Whatever else happens, the pilot mustn't hit the water too hard. No bouncing.
You can bounce, and then you go flying, and then you've got to land it again, so it makes it more complicated if something goes wrong.
The disaster scenario will not, after all, be needed. Pilot John Billingham has made a near textbook touchdown.
Perfect. Sorry, John, did you speak landing, are they? Oh, congratulations. Yeah, good landing. Doors opened a bit early.
Yeah, feeling pleased with himself.
Yeah, well done.
When I landed, I was quite pleased with the landing and felt very relieved.
Understand the aircraft landed safely now. Aircraft safely on water.
It was lovely to feel the fresh air. I was down safely and it was a nice feeling. I was glad to be as I should be.